Well, E3 2016 has begun. I said yesterday, I think on Game Ramblings, that I thought some of these Microsoft events were coming tomorrow. I don't know why I always get confused. The first day is when they really start doing stuff, even though they have, E3 starts like on the floor tomorrow. Well, Microsoft came out and frankly, they knocked it out of the park, in my personal opinion. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to agree with every single thing they've done or said, or I'm going to get into it. I'm going to break it down here. The two, to me, the biggest announcements is Xbox One S. Instead of just saying it's slim, they just put the S on there. It is 40% smaller. I have to say, this thing is a pretty sexy device. Right here, I took a little screenshot from the video. Look how smaller that thing is. 40% smaller. You don't know how small it is compared to the to the controller. It does have 4K video and 4K Ultra 4K Blu-ray. So it's an Xbox One, really slimmed down. The newer controller has some textured grips in the back of it. 4K and up to 2 terabytes. It wasn't just 2 terabytes right off the bat. Though the only thing about it I have to say I'm a little disappointed with is for $299 you start off with a 500 gig hard drive. Okay, $349, $50 more and you get 1 terabyte. $100 more you get, or 150 more or 100 more off the base, $399, you get 2 terabytes. I think they could have got away with making it, somehow they could shift it around in there and put a 3.5-inch hard drive, but I don't think nobody wants to do that. They want to make it as small as they can. Also, the power brick is internal, so they're not that gigantic brick we've seen on the last 2 Xboxes. At least the first generation of Xbox 360, Xbox One, that's gone. So it looks really cool. And then let me get into some other things. For the other big announcement is Scorpio is real. They ended with that with just a pow. They ended with it. I got to watch it after work here. And Sony's is tonight, so I'm going to get around to that. But the Scorpio, they're really trying to do a feel-good thing for this Scorpio. And I'm not bashing it, but I'll get to it here in a second. The rest of the announcements are like game announcements. Xbox Play Anywhere. This is a new icon that looks like it's a PC on top of Xbox, and for games that start out with like Gears of War 4 and going forward, Forza, let's see, what is the next one? Forza 3 Horizons. They're going to put this out there. The game you buy it once, it goes to Windows 10, Xbox One, even cross-play. They show some people sitting there playing Forza. One was sitting on a Ultra 4K resolution PC, sitting back in the steering wheel setup. Other 2 people, another person's on the computer with a controller, another person on an Xbox. And they're dropping in and out, and really they're pushing this across these games. And I think this Play Anywhere is something that we knew that was coming. Cyrus and I have talked about this on Game Ramblings. They're pushing this to where they're unifying the platform, and this will be a huge strength for them. You buy the game once, you have PC gaming and console gaming. This is a positive. Whereas, the new console re-upping is something I'm still not 100% behind, but I'll get to that in a second. This is really good. So you got games announced. Forza 3 Horizons looked really good. I'm not really into one of those. Gears of War 4 did look really nice. I might see if my buddy wants to play that. We might play that. It looked really good. The co-op looked fantastic. Recore officially dated September 13th, release day September 13th. It looked really good. I still like to see some real gameplay. They have shown somebody playing it, but it looked really nice. General Ram comes to Killer Instinct. That's pretty neat. I think that's pretty good from Gears of War. I don't know who else they're going to keep. They're going to probably keep putting some Microsoft stuff in there. I could see them one day just put Master Chief in there and the whole game blow up. The Division Underground DLC release date looked okay. Inside has a release date. June 29th and July for Xbox One, July 7th for Steam. Haven't played it. I've seen some of it. It looks pretty good. The Xboxers is getting 6 new platform features. Background music, Cortana, language region independence, clubs, which you can make a club. So if your local I live near Chattanooga, Tennessee. So if there was gamers for Chattanooga, Tennessee, and certain type of gamers, say Left 4 Dead or something like that, if they still around, or they brought out a new one, say Left 4 Dead Chattanooga people, or Left 4 Dead San Francisco people, or something like that. That's pretty neat. Looking for group, ability to search for your other players in games, pretty much like they used to have done on PCs before, or go into the MMO and everybody just start spamming LFG looking for group or whatever. So, and then the last one is arena, so people can have their own competitions, their own brackets, and fight each other, not for one-on-one, but also teams. You and your friends can fight other people. So that's, if you really want to be competitive, that's pretty cool. Customizable Xbox One controllers, any type of combination of from changing the buttons, the D-pad, the analog sticks, the bumpers, the back, that's pretty neat. Would I get one? I don't know. If I really use the Xbox One enough, I'd probably just make a custom one just for the hell of it. It looked really cool. Is it needed? No, but I think that was a really neat thing they showed off. The Witcher game, Gwent, the Witcher card game was announced. Minecraft Realms, I didn't really get into. Their presentation, those two people up there, no offense to them, they look like they were so out of place. I don't know if they were just nervous. I can't say that. I've had to get used to just looking at this camera. So I can't make fun of people. It was Realms is like going there, and there's allows players across Xbox One, Windows 10, iOS, Android to play Minecraft together. It's cool, but I'm just not into really Minecraft. Tekken 7 is coming early 2017. They showed an awesome battle. I will give the link to IGN below. They have all these announcements. It's really good. Dead Rising 4 is really announced. It doesn't look like a remake. It looks like, he's Frank West is back. He's looking through some of his old memories, and it looked really funny. I don't know when this thing's really coming out. Let's see. No. The game is set around Christmas. Would also reach around the holiday season this year. Okay, holiday season. It looks fun. It looks really cool. But is it more of the same? Dead Rising 3 really had problems with the Xbox One first announced. It really didn't have it just didn't really have the power. The system was really having problems running. But of course, this system has advanced considerably. But I think it should be good. But Scalebound. Oh my gosh, that was the one where they showed a 4-player battle against a massive boss with the people and their dragons. That was the game director Hideki Kamiya. I know I messed that up. He took to the stage to show it off. Shot off Platinum Games' biggest ever boss fight. And that thing was fantastic. I butchered that name. Everybody can go ahead and tell me in the comments. But it looked good. State of Decay 2, yeah. It looked okay. Halo Wars 2, I'm really not into the RTS, kind of like Halo Wars, but for the Halo fans out there, that did look fantastic. The trailer looked amazing, but it was really stylized and overly done to the point where when you saw the game, if I saw the gameplay, I'm like, this looks nothing like that. But for you guys that like Halo Wars, this is going to be a good sequel. And then, Xbox One Project Scorpio, they put out, this video is it's 3 minutes of them showing these developers and all this stuff, telling you this is for you. This console is for you. Beyond Phil Spencer said beyond generations, and when he started talking, I actually backed it up and said beyond what generations. So is he saying forget console generations altogether? But I do like this. It says no player gets left behind. The games run on everything so far. So like the the Neo, which I don't know, tonight is Sony's. Will they turn around and change their mind and announce the Neo, or at least show it off or talk about it? I mean, you gotta think about this. If Sony keeps with their plans, one out of the big three is shown a new, or at least talked about a new console. Nintendo's not, but we still got Nintendo tomorrow. So could it be some bait and switches? We always think about this, but it's 6 teraflops is confirmed. 100% 6 teraflops. And they're talking about one part of this. The guy's like, this thing has 8 CPU cores, which I think the other one did, but I wonder if it has 8 usable to the game. They didn't mention anything else, but they did mention and watch this guy. It's about 2 minutes and 40 seconds, give or take, and he starts talking about it. He says the memory bandwidth, 320 gigabits per second. The PlayStation Neo is 218 gigabits per second. Did Microsoft completely fucking redo their architecture? It looks like it. And they're saying this is the most powerful console ever. So, had they pretty much came out and pretty much told Sony, said, we're coming out, we're going to kick your ass. Is that why Sony's backing off? Is Sony going to retool the Neo? Because at 6 teraflops versus 4.19 teraflops, 320 gigabits per second versus 218 gigabits per second, the PlayStation Neo is not up there. It's actually a good head and shoulders, or at least a little bit below. I mean, I know it's not all about specs, but when you're going to have the two big guys are fighting it out, you know, the Xbox 360 and the PS3 really were very close in specs. The PS3 was a little bit more powerful with that custom chip. But that's what made that console generation just work. What if Sony pushes this back and the Neo comes out with nearly the same specs? Because what they're saying is, and this is for 4K gaming, real 4K gaming, not visual, not just video, 4K gaming, 4K video, and or 4K. I tried to take that back. The Xbox Slim can do video because that's it. 4K gaming and high fidelity VR. I'm sorry. So it is about VR, but they didn't announce Oculus. Fallout 4 is coming to VR. Bethesda said that yesterday, so here they come, and then they get, you know, Fallout creators in this Scorpio video. So you're like, huh? So what is it? What does this all mean? Well, we know also this is coming out holiday 2017. That will be 9 months, give or take, from the NX. So the NX is not going to have any direct competition from Microsoft right off the bat. That was surprising, but I think they really, Sony and Microsoft love that holiday goodness. They like that holiday buys. I'm 12 minutes in. I'm trying to analyze this. So Scorpio's the next is Christmas or holiday 2017. NX is March 2017. Neo is, we don't know. Sony is now in a predicament. If this Neo is what they're talking about, they're going to be behind. Now, let's go to talk about this real quick. I'm going to have a probably 15-minute video. Sorry, people. I'm the Picky Old Gamer. You know I analyze this stuff. I don't support this re-upping the consoles, but at holiday 2017, that's a 4-year cycle. That's not horrible, but it's still not, at least to me, that 5 years. But can we forgive Microsoft because they had let me look at my specs here. The original Xbox one, let me find down here. I had there was a graph. The Xbox One was 132 teraflops. The PlayStation 4 was 184 teraflops. And they've had a lot of problems in getting it up and ready, that split memory architecture. Can we forgive them when they're trying to say no gamer left behind? I almost want to, but I've got to say this, that if Sony and Microsoft just didn't release a new console and kept playing the games as is, maybe the slim versions have 4K Ultra Blu-rays and video playing. Who cares? That's fine. And PlayStation puts out a PS4 Ultra Slim, their console is super slim anyway, and they make one that's 4K, just for 4K movies and streaming. Fine, but I think they should be okay the way they're going. All these games they released showed today that were exclusive Xbox and One and Play and Windows 10, cross-play, or the platform there. I mean, Microsoft showed some good stuff. It's not always about specs, and I think them re-upping, I don't know if I can still forgive them, even though Microsoft really needed it. I think Cyrus and I was talking about this. So about 15 minutes in, Xbox E3 2016, it was awesome. I have to say, I really thought it was good. What do you think about the Slim? What do you think about the Scorpio? It's real. It's coming next year. Tell me in the comments below. Somewhere down here, there's a subscribe button. Please click subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Follow me here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, CrosshairTV.com, 8bitkitty.com when the site becomes fully ready, and for anything I do that's retro, SkirmishFrogs.com. Big Yo Gamer.